Hi, I'm Brendan, and today on Gentle Earth Boat Works, we're going to be working on the centerboard case for the Welsford Penguin. I've started on the plywood panels for the centerboard case over a year ago. I started on the centerboard case and then I decided to stop and build this boat shed so I have a place to assemble everything. So this is one of the completed panels. Got the 1/2-inch ply strip here in the center. The inside faces have been coated with one sheet of fiberglass as well. There's so put down the fiberglass and epoxy, and really you can see it. Fiberglass pretty much disappears when you epoxy over it. But this one and the other side are both ready to go, so that's why I'm going to be starting with the curved piece today, and we'll make that frame and get these things assembled. I'll be working on the curved section of the centerboard frame that you can see on the right hand side of the plan. I'm resawing boards here so I can make 1/4-inch thick plies that I can use to laminate up the curved member of the frame. Curved members made out of 5 plies, so I've planed them down and cleaned them up. And just as a side note, whenever you laminate up a curved member, you'll get spring back whenever you take it out of the form after the glue sets. And as a rule of thumb, spring back is about 1 over your number of plies squared. So in other words, if you've got 4 plies and you've got about a 1-inch drop in your curved piece, 4 squared is 16, so you've got about a 1/16 of an inch of spring back for a 1-inch drop. And I've found that works for whatever kind of wood you're using. It really doesn't matter. It's just a pretty good rule of thumb, and it works out pretty close. So basically, the more plies you have, the less spring back you'll get. Here I'm just working on making a form that I can use to clamp up the curved piece against as the glue dries. And I just traced the end of the panel that had the curve on it onto a plywood drop, screwed some blocks down to it, and used that for my form. Quick and easy. Here I'm taking my plies that I planed down, these 1/4-inch plies, and just cutting them with some PVA glue. And once they're coated up, we'll take them over to the jig and clamp them up. Well, when I got done clamping up that curved member of the frame, I pulled out the rest of the stock that I had milled down to size about a year ago for the rest of the frame for the centerboard, and lo and behold, it had warped while I left it in storage. So I decided to move it onto the transom. So after I made sure all my cut angles were correct, I trimmed off everything flush with the back of the bottom panel. stands to hold the back panel at 10 degrees. And then I was able to set the transom in place on the back of the boat. May not seem like a big deal, but this is the first time the boat's really gone three-dimensional. And I've been working on it for 2 years, so I was pretty excited about this step. I decided to go ahead and start on adding frame number 10 in the motor well. So I started by beveling the bottom of the frame and prepping it to be able to set in place. I cut out the pieces for the motor well and went ahead and coated those in epoxy. Make sure you get all 6 sides, because once this is all buttoned up, you're not going to be able to get to it. So gotta make sure it's really encapsulated well. I got the motor well side installed, and I was able to go set bulkhead number 10 in place. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to join in next time when we continue to install more frames and also continue to work on the centerboard case. So until then, like, subscribe, and share. And thanks for watching.